Sairam children, I hope you all must be in the best of your health. Children, we have started with the chapter Chemical Kinetics. We have already done what is meant by the rate of a chemical reaction. How can we determine the rate law expression? Now, after that we have discussed the order of reaction also. I have told you the order of reaction is the sum of parts to which the concentration terms are raised in the rate law equation. Now, next we are doing the molecularity of a reaction. Now, what is meant by a molecularity of the reaction? See, generally, we have done the order of reaction. In that, I have given you the examples, like suppose you are having 2A plus B gives C. Now, in this reaction, you all can see, according to the reaction, 2 moles of A are combining with 1 mole of B. Now, generally, see what happens when a chemical reaction takes place, there is collision between the molecules. The molecules are supposed to be spherical, or you can say the atoms are supposed to be spherical, like a ball. Now, these two atoms, when they collide together, if the orientation during the collision and the speed, the energy during the collision is sufficient, then they can penetrate into one another and can result in the formation of the product. Now, what happens at the time of the collision? At the time of the, you can say, that collision which is giving the product, 2 moles of A are colliding. Along with that, at the same time, that means simultaneously 1 mole of B is also colliding. That means the collision is taking place between 3 different molecules simultaneously. So, it is called the molecularity of the reaction. So, molecularity, how will you define? You can say that the number of reacting species which collide simultaneously at the same time to bring about a chemical reaction, that means the effective collision, is called the molecularity of a reaction. Now, you must be thinking, what is the difference between molecularity and order then? Because in order also we were writing the rate law expression for this reaction, and in that rate law expression the power of A will be 2 and that of B will be 1, and adding this 2 will again get 3. But still there is a difference between order and molecularity. See, if suppose the reaction is a simple reaction, it completes in one single step, in that case order will be equal to molarity. Molecularity. But if suppose the reaction is a complex reaction, for complex reaction, each step, complex reaction is what? Which is taking place in more than one step. Now, for a complex reaction, each step will have its own molecularity. Molecularity is for each and every step, but the order of the reaction is given by the slowest step. That means the molecularity of the slowest step will be called the order of the reaction. Now, suppose you can take an example, pen. Now, that company which is making this pen, one of the part of the company must be making the cap, the other must be making the body of this pen, and the third part of the company must be making the, suppose the refill of this. Refill means that which is present inside this, the refill of the pen. That means there are 3 parts in the company. Like, similarly, I am taking example of a reaction which is taking place in 3 different steps. That means 3 different steps. When the 3 will be completed, then only one single pen will be produced. Now, suppose that part of the company which is making this tip of the pen, this cap of the pen, is making 100 caps a day. But the that portion which is making the body of the pen is making 50 bodies a day, and that portion which is making the refill of the pen is making only 10 refills a day. Then tell me how many pens will be formed in the day. Yes, only 10. That means the slowest step is actually determining the order. That means the quantity of product produced. Now, whatever the number of caps are produced, though 100 caps are produced, but if the refills produced are only 10, we cannot produce 100 pens. We can produce only 10 pens. That means the slowest step is called the rate determining step. How much product will be formed will depend upon the slowest step. So, order is calculated from the slowest step, but each step has got its own molecularity. Like the cap producing part of the company is having its own rate. Similarly, the second step is also having own rate. Third step is also having own rate. The overall rate will be decided by the slowest step. So, this is the difference between the order and molecularity. Order is the rate. Order is determined from the slowest step, while molecularity is separate for separate steps, but all are actually telling that how many molecules are getting undergoing collision. Now see example. H2O2, that is hydrogen peroxide, converts into water plus half O2, is a unimolecular reaction. Though the reaction is taking place in many of the steps, but for this step the molecularity is 1 because only one reactant is there. So molecularity is 1. Now see, we have to now study the difference between the order of a reaction and molecularity of the reaction. Now see, molecularity is the number of reacting species undergoing simultaneous collision in the elementary or simple reaction. That means if suppose a single reaction is there, elementary step we are talking about, in that how many molecules are colliding will tell you the molecularity, whereas order is the sum of powers to which the concentration terms are raised in the rate law equation. We have already discussed in the previous presentation. And the second difference is molecularity is appreciable only for elementary reaction. That means for complex reaction there is no meaning of molecularity. For them order only we have to determine. For example, complex reactions, molecularity has no meaning. Order is applicable to elementary as well as complex reaction. Elementary reaction will also have an order, whereas and similarly the complex reaction will also have an order. Now see, molecularity do not have any experimental proof. It is only a theoretical concept, whereas order is determined experimentally. Molecularity is theoretical concept, order is determined experimentally. Now molecularity has a whole number values like 1, 2, 3, etc. and it cannot be a non-integer, whereas order of reaction need not be a whole number value. It can be fractional also, like 3 by 2 can also be the order, 1 by 2 can also be the order of a reaction. Now molecularity of a reaction cannot be 0, whereas order of a reaction can be 0. For complex reaction, order is given by the slowest step, and for complex reaction, molecularity is given by the elementary steps. Molecularity of the slowest step is same as the order of the reaction. Hope children you are understanding all this. Do note it down in your fair notebook also. Now there is a question for you. Calculate the overall order of a reaction which has the rate expression. Rate is equals to K into concentration of A raised to power 1 upon 2 and B raised to power 3 upon 2. How will you calculate the overall order of the reaction? What is order of reaction? It is the sum of powers to which the concentration terms are raised in the rate law expression. Now rate law expression is given to you. The powers are also given to you. What you have to do is, you have to just add 1 upon 2 with 3 upon 2. This will give you the value of the order of reaction. Similarly, for the second one also, you have to calculate the just a minute. For the second one also, you have to calculate the order of the reaction. Now for this also, order of reaction will be equal to 3 upon 2 plus minus 1 plus minus 1. Now solve this and find out the answer. Sorry, it will not be minus 1, I think. It will be plus 1. So 3 upon 2 plus 1 will give you the answer, that is the order of the reaction. Now another question is there for you. And the question is, for the reaction A plus B gives C has zero order reaction, this reaction is a zero order reaction. What you have to do is, you have to write down the rate law equation. Now according to rate law equation, how we write the rate law equation? We write it as rate is equals to K into concentrations of reactant. Now for zero order reaction, you have to see the powers, the sum of these two powers should be equal to 0. So you can write down what should be the value of powers here and here. Now the next question is, how will the rate of reaction change when A naught? A naught means the initial concentration. Naught should be actually here down. A naught is doubled and tripled for a zero order reaction. For a zero order reaction, R is equals to K into concentration of A raised to the power 0. That means the power of this is 0. And if we are doubling the concentration of A, will there be any effect? No, no effect. For zero order reaction, whether we triple out the concentration, double out the concentration, or we half down the concentration, there is no effect of concentration on the order of reaction. So, there is no effect of concentration on the rate of reaction. So for zero order, there is no effect. Now for a first order reaction, the rate law expression will be equal to R is equals to K into concentration of A raised to power 1. For this reaction, if we make A as 2A, rate will also become how many times? Yes, rate will become 2 times. Similarly, if we triple out the concentration, rate will become 3 times. Children, previously in your course, second order reactions were also there, but now after the deducted portion have been announced, the second order reactions are not there in your syllabus. Only zero order and first order reactions are there. Another question is there for you. You have to do the question yourself in your fair notebook. And soon we'll be checking your fair notebooks also. I'll read out the question for you. What is the order of a reaction whose rate constant has the same unit as the rate of the reaction? You have to find out the order of reaction. Order of reaction if the rate constant as well as the rate of the reaction has the same unit. Yes, you have to find out. It will be 0. You write down the units of the rate constant as well as the reaction, the rate of reaction, and find out what it should be. Now children, let us once again have a look on the syllabus for this chapter. See children, chemical kinetics. Let us see what all topics we have covered and what all are left. Now see, rate of a reaction we have already done. What is meant by the rate of a chemical reaction? Average rate and instantaneous rate also we have done. We have also done the factors affecting the rate of reaction. This factors affecting the rate of reaction also we have done. Then is the which all factors are there? Concentration is there, temperature, catalyst, these also we have done. Order of reaction also we have done. The next topic, order of reaction. This order of reaction, molecularity of a reaction also we have covered. After this is the rate law equation we have done. The specific rate constant, that is the rate constant K also, and its features also we have done. The next topic that we have to cover is the integrated rate law equation and the half life, and that is also only for zero order and first order reactions. So two topics are left in the chapter, that is the integrated rate law equation and the half-life period. Rest of the topics are not there now. Arrhenius equation was there, collision theory was there. It is there in your NCERT book, but it is not there in the syllabus anymore. In previous books it is there. Now the new edition book which has come, in that it is not there. So we will not be doing those topics. We will be doing only the next two topics, that is the integrated rate law equation, and one more is there, that is your what was there, half life of a reaction only for zero order and first order. So I'll wind up with this much today. We'll proceed with the next two topics in the next presentation. Sai Ram.